Hey there! Today I'm going to show you how to take diagnostic scans and make 3D printable models. So here's our scans in Trios. We want to make these into a 3D printed model. So first thing we're going to want to do is right click your scan. Go ahead, go to Export, click Scans, and then save it to a folder. Go ahead and name the file and click Save. Next, what you'll need to do is you'll need to open 3Shape Dental System. So this is the lab software. So if you go down here and you type 3Shape, there it is right there. I already have the program open, so I'll just pull it up here. So this is the lab software of 3Shape. Model Builder is within the lab software, which is 3Shape Dental System here. So here's our opening page. So what we'll want to do is right click this main screen to make a new order. So click New, and then just follow these columns from left to right. So first thing I'm going to fill out here is the patient last name. So this is just one of our staff here, and then I'm going to put my last name here. Okay, I don't have any comments. And then in this order number here, it's convenient to change this to whatever the order is going to be in the patient's name. We'll just call this Diagnostic Models for printing. There we go. All right, so next thing you want to do is in the center here, select the arches you want to model for. So we're going to select one tooth in the upper arch. And we see over here in the lower right, this model is grayed out. We can't select it right now. The reason for that is in the upper right, we can see this object type. It's on model right now. We need to change that to digital impression. When you select digital impression, now we can see this model button is now highlighted. So click on model, and what we want to build is an unsectioned model. So click on unsectioned, and for some reason the section die-ditched model is automatically selected, so click on that to deselect it. There you go. And now we can click the lower arch, click model, and same thing, unsectioned, deselect this sectioned model there, and we're all set. So we have our digital impression, we have an upper and lower model, and click OK. Most of the problems you'll end up having is because something was done incorrectly in the initial order form. So now go ahead and right click, select Import Scan, and then find your scan that you exported from Trios. Okay, and then up here at the top you can see what scan it's looking for. Right now it's lower jaw, so double click lower jaw. And now it's upper jaw, double click upper jaw. And in the lower left here you can see the scans have imported. So now you want to select your case, right click it, and build model. So here's Model Builder. So the first thing we want to do, I'm actually going to change the color to monochrome. So on the lower right you can click the color wheel and that changes it to monochrome. We want to trim these preparations. So all these jaggedy edges are going to make it tough to 3D print. So the green line is what it's selected right now to print. But we're going to go ahead and clear that. So on the lower left, click clear. And now if you click on the model, you can actually drag and drop your own line. So just trim to the edge of where you want your model. And if you make a mistake in your line, don't try to fix it right now. Wait until you've connected the ends together. There we go. So now you can go back, and this little area here, I want to correct this, you just click and drag. All right, that looks great. Make sure you click OK in the lower left. So the next thing we want to do is we just want to follow these prompts here. So we're going to set our occlusal plane. This doesn't need to be perfect. You just want to make sure it's parallel to your occlusal plane. You see here it's reversed, not a big deal. Basically what this does is the base that it pours for the model will be parallel to this occlusal plane. So we can imagine the base being parallel to that line there. That'll look nice. Okay, select OK. We're going to skip this add remove material, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to trim the upper. Okay. All right, select OK. So now we have our models trimmed, our occlusal plane is set. In the upper left, click Next. And this is the part where we can change what you name the models. I'm going to leave it like this, and you can move the name if you want. You can add an articulator. So this is a simple quadrant. Let's look at our simple full arch. I just want to show you what it looks like. Looks like it's on there backwards because of my occlusal plane was set incorrectly. So I'm just going to move this like that. And actually on these models, it looks like they're going to come together nicely without these articulating pins. So I'm going to select none for the model and then click OK. Nice. So here's our models. At this point in time, you have the option to sculpt the model, so I don't recommend doing that. You're just going to change the tooth shape and make things inaccurate. So we're just going to click Next. All right, now you can see the models have been hollowed to save on printer resin, and they are all set for 3D printing. So make sure you click Close. This part gets a little weird for making the files. So the first thing you want to do is highlight your case, right click, go down to Advanced, and click Generate CAM Output. That creates the files that are ready for 3D printing. So now if we go back and right click our case, go down to Advanced, Explore CAM, so CAM is short for Computer Aided Manufacturing. These are the files that are ready for 3D printing. So if we go ahead and double click and take a peek at these files, you can see our lower arch here. And let's look at our upper arch with that. So here's our files. Now you load these into your print slicer software and go ahead and 3D print.